Good afternoon and welcome to another Jamie Cappuccini training session. This afternoon we're actually going to be talking about Timexpert Reeves. For those that haven't met me, my name is Tess Walls. I'm the director of Jamie Cappuccini Australia and one of the head trainers here for our national distribution. As I mentioned, today we're going to be talking about Timexpert Reeves, and in Australia we call it the Better Than Botox line because it contains two unique peptides that work similar to Botox and filler injectables. So the first product that we're actually going to be talking about today is I'm going to try and work from the first thing that you would put on your skin, and then we will work through so serum, moisturizer, eye cream, etc., giving you the key ingredients and obviously benefits of what is in each of the products and how you would use them at home. So the first product we're going to cover today, I'm going to actually talk about our deep wrinkle products first. So our Timexpert Reeves line is separated into Timexpert Reeves Normal and then Timexpert Reeves XL, which are our two deep wrinkle products, specifically targeting how we distinguish between deeper wrinkles and more shallow or expression lines is if you have no movement within the face, if you're looking in the mirror, you're not smiling, you don't have any movement, and you can still see visible wrinkles within the face, then this is classified as deeper wrinkles. And they would need more intensive treatment products. So our first treatment product that I'm going to talk about today is called Retinage Filler Serum. So Retinage Filler Serum. As you can see here, it's in the dark pink packaging. I always say dark pink in Timexpert Reeves equals deep wrinkles. Light pink, so you can see the products on the other side of the table here are all in your lighter pink packaging. They are more suitable for expression wrinkles or lighter wrinkles. Okay, so back to Retinage Filler Serum. Retinage Filler Serum contains two main ingredients. The first ingredient is actually your vitamin A or your retinol, hence the name Retinage. So the vitamin A, it's actually encapsulated in the Jamie Cappuccini Retinage Filler Serum. So what do we mean by encapsulation? Encapsulation is where we put a little capsule literally around the active ingredient. So in that case, that capsule is made out of enzymes, which the skin takes on board very nicely, doesn't cause any irritation to the surface like a lot of our other vitamin A products on the market. It's actually just under 1% in its percentage. It will penetrate right down into the deeper layers of the skin, and retinol or vitamin A is specifically for treating aging. So it's great for treating wrinkles and fantastic for also resurfacing sun damage on the surface of the skin. The other key ingredient is called hydrogenated retinol, and the hydrogenated retinol works a little bit differently to retinol itself. Hydrogenated retinol goes right down into the deeper layers of the skin, which is known as the dermis, and what happens is it will basically induce the actual production of low molecular weight hyaluronic acid. Now, what is this? It's basically like a spongy gel substance that sits between all our structural fibers in the deeper layer of the skin. And this is where the serum gets its word filler serum. It basically floods that tissue with lots of hyaluronic acid, which is found naturally down there. So this hydrogenated retinol causes this increased production of low molecular weight hyaluronic. This will then in turn swell that lower level of the skin, and it's almost like a river rising. It will then push right up to the surface of the skin, and this is where it will help to literally fill wrinkles in from the bottom towards the top. Your other key ingredient, which can't be forgotten, which runs through all of the Timexpert Reeves range, is called procollagenestine fill. Now, procollagenestine fill actually comes from the bread muffin flour from Madagascar, and that's where we source the ingredient from. But procollagenestine fill is a patented man-made ingredient by Germaine Cappuccini. What does it do? It basically helps rebuild all those structural fibers that are in the deeper layers of the skin. So they basically start to collapse and crumble as we get older, and then the wrinkle on the surface is basically the symptom or the side effect to the crumbling of that dermis. So the procollagenestine fill helps to rebuild all of these structural fibers, and in doing so it will help to basically push the wrinkles out of the skin. So it's fantastic. It is one of the best selling serums here in Australia, and if you have wrinkles, especially if they're visible when the face is at rest, this is the serum for you. So the cream that matches perfectly with this is called Recreation Cream. So that's our next product here, which is this one. It's actually, again, in that deep pink packaging. So remember, we say deep pink, deeper wrinkles. So the key ingredient in here is actually, it still has that procollagenestine fill because this is in all of the Timexpert Reeves range, but it actually contains plant stem cells. Now these plant stem cells come from apples, and it's a specific kind of apple that's grown in Switzerland. It was first discovered when the ladies in the orchards actually started noticing a big difference with their hands. There was a real youthful effect from picking apples, and obviously that some of the apples would be damaged, and so there'd be apple juice. And what they basically worked out is there's this particular plant stem cell that's found in a certain place in Switzerland, and this has natural, youthful, rejuvenating properties. This actually helps to make the skin younger and reverse aging within our skin's natural stem cells. So Germaine Cappuccini basically started looking into how they could put that into a cream, and now it's in one of our best-selling creams, which is called Youthful Recreation Cream, specifically again for your deeper wrinkles on your skin. Okay, so our next product that we're actually going to talk about is our Timexpert Reeves Correction Serum. So Timexpert Reeves Correction Serum is all about treating expression wrinkles. And the serum always goes on after XL O2 lotion or another toning lotion that you're using. Pat that into the skin, and then you would grab your treatment serum, and that goes on to expression wrinkles, really working it into those expression lines and wrinkles. This is it here. Now, all of the light pink ones are not so much targeting your deeper wrinkles like we've just spoken about. They're targeting expression wrinkles. So if you make movement and you have a wrinkle, that is classified as an expression wrinkle. The key ingredients in that Timexpert Reeves, or in those Timexpert Reeves products, they contain 2 peptides, and those peptides are called hexapeptide and pentapeptide. So hexapeptide actually works similar to the Botox injections. It actually helps to stop the muscles moving. You won't lose your expression, you'll still get to keep that. It will just soften that significantly. So to give you an example, I started using the Timexpert Reeves eye cream over 10 years ago, and I still have expression and movement around my eye area, but I don't have strong expression lines like I did many years ago. So it's really softened those as I've used it. So correction serum comes in a pump. It's a 30 ml size. 1 to 2 pumps is all you need of that product, and then literally that would be spread onto the skin, really working in an upward-outward movement. Okay, so that one's correction serum, highly recommended for the treatment of expression wrinkles. So with the serums, and why we always recommend a serum and a moisturizer, is the serum will work with a much smaller molecule, which means it will go much deeper into the skin. And serums generally have more active ingredients than a moisturizer or treatment cream that we then apply after the serum. So now we're going to talk about extra nourishment for the skin. and that would be in the form of our Timexpert Reeves Elixir. Now, Timexpert Reeves Elixir, it's a little bit of a funny one. It's not a cream, it's not a serum. It's actually something to add extra nourishment. You would have heard people talk about essential fatty acids. We take essential fatty acids into the body in the form of flaxseed oil, avocado, your nuts, certain fish are high in oils, your fresh olive oil as a dressing on salads. All of those things give the body essential fatty acids. Now, what we need to do, especially during the cooler months of the year, or if you do have a fairly low oil flow within the skin, or if you're taking certain medications like thyroid medications, that can also affect your oil flow, and obviously hormones. As women get older, estrogen levels drops, then that will affect their EFAs. So what would we recommend for that? This is actually called Timexpert Reeves Elixir. It comes in a small little pump bottle, pardon me. 1 to 2 pumps is all you need on the skin. You can actually see that it is in the form of an oil, but it's what we call a dry oil. So it doesn't leave an oily residue on the skin. And how would you place it in your routine? Well, I would use it on top of my serum underneath the moisturizer. So 1 to 2 pumps, using nice upward and outward movements on top of my serum underneath the moisturizer. Not only does it have essential fatty acids, it actually has your pro-collagenestine fill, which we mentioned before, key ingredient to really build those lower levels of the skin and really help to restructure and build to fight wrinkles and premature aging. So great ingredient if you are suffering from fine lines and wrinkles. So next product here that we're going to cover is actually your makeup removal. So it's Silky Cream makeup removal, and it's in the Timexpert Reeves range. So it actually has your pro-collagenestine as well. It's a good one to follow on from the Elixir because it has very similar ingredients. All of your natural essential fatty acids. It's not removed with water, it's removed with a dry cotton pad. So you would use about the size of my thumbnail, applied to the skin in circular motions, keeping it outside the eye area and really removing any foundation or makeup. And what it'll also do is it will actually infuse all of your rich essential fatty acids and that pro-collagenestine into the deeper layers of the skin. So you then remove it with a dry cotton pad. So not removed at all with water. It will actually remove makeup beautifully and it'll leave behind a silky residue on the skin. So great cleanser for those clients that have your dry skins and especially if we're trying to treat aging and wrinkles. Also fantastic if you've got a little bit of hormone-induced redness or redness caused by lack of oil in the skin. So again, those mature ladies, it's a good one as their estrogen level drops, or a really thin, dry skin, a great one for them as well. So definitely my go-to cleanser for that type of skin. Last but not least, I'm actually going to talk about our eye duo. This is our #1 selling eye product here in Australia, and it contains, when you open it up, taking out the tubes, you can see there's 2 little spots there for a day cream for the eyes and night cream for the eyes. So the day cream contains your 2 peptides that I was talking about before. So your hexapeptide that mimics the Botox injection by minimizing that movement of the muscle, and your pentapeptide, which actually acts like a filler. So it will actually fill the wrinkle from the inside, pushing it towards the surface of the skin. So the wrinkle depth and length will actually be minimized. You can use about the size of a grain of rice, and literally what you would do is apply it. I use my middle finger because it actually helps to just keep the really light touches around the eye area. So grain of rice, and then we literally apply it straight onto the wrinkles themselves. If you've got any little wrinkles in this area, you can use it on those areas as well. And you will notice a difference in the fine lines around the eyes after only approximately 14 days of using the product. I would definitely also recommend options eye makeup remover. This is a treatment eye makeup remover that is high in hyaluronic acid. So this would remove your makeup perfectly, and it also saturates the eyes with lots of moisture, which means you'll use less eye cream. So definitely worth the investment. The next eye cream that we use, this one's used of a nighttime. So this is actually, it's called Night Mask, but we just applied exactly the same as our day treatment cream for the eyes, grain of rice size, and then applied around the eye area. So fantastic in reducing that puffiness and dark circles around the eyes. So it really is a great duo, targeting wrinkles, helping to reduce the fine lines and wrinkles and expression lines, and also puffiness and dark circles. So you can see why it's our best-selling product. You could also pick up one of these little eye patches or have them with your therapist in one of our skin clinics or spas. It's just a 20-minute treatment, and you can actually see here on the background a lady's got one of the patches on. These are really great if you're even doing things like waxing, having a massage, during your facials, anytime you're spending time in your salon, spa or skin clinic. Think about having a better than Botox eye treatment, because it's well worth it. It has all of the ingredients that we spoke about today, and it also is high in hyaluronic, so fantastic for just dehydration lines around the eye area. It's a really good one. Last but not least, I just wanted to finish up by saying, if you are close to one of our clinics, salons or spas, please drop in, enjoy one of our Better Than Botox facials. It really is worth it. It is 75 minutes of sheer luxury, and gives you results similar to these ones here. You can see this was taken after just one treatment. Not quite sure whether you can see that one in the photograph, but absolutely well worth the 75 minutes of bliss, but you get great skin results as well. And then obviously using these home care products that we discussed today at home, you really are going to build on those results that they've achieved within the salon or spa. So it's a great one. Make sure you take your home care home with you, because you will get a much better result. The skin will just keep on improving. If you do need any further details, please don't hesitate to visit the Germaine Cappuccini website, germaine-d-cappuccini.com.au, or call our friendly staff 1300 432 100, or of course visit our wonderful locations around Australia. Thanks so much for listening, and see you again here soon.